All right. We're going to jump right back into the action. First, we're going to introduce everybody once again. Before we do that, I'm going to tell an anti fascism story just briefly, if that's okay. Um,
I love those. They're some of my favorites.
All right. Because we were talking a little bit earlier about some of this stuff, and it just seems like this is a good story to be putting out there right now. Jacques Cousteau was a young filmmaker and diver living in France when the Nazis occupied Paris. People don't realize it, but a lot of his first movies were made under Nazi occupation. And all of his camera equipment was stolen off of Nazi trains. All of the food that he was using to feed his dive team was stolen off of Nazi trains. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because it is always appropriate and good to steal from Nazis. I just wanted to bring this up. Jacques Cousteau is a personal hero of mine because of how much work he put into finishing his first. He was shooting wrecks off the coast of France. They'd never been photographed before. He had gotten an aqualung from the United States. This technology was just being tested. And even with all of the food that he was stealing from the Nazis, his camera crew was going into calorie deficit. They were starving to death by swimming all day and shooting this movie on stolen Nazi film. And the way that he solved that problem was he sent everybody home for a week. He got in the water. First, they tried spearfishing and just catching fish, but they were not efficient at catching fish. They were losing more calories even than before. Everybody was going hungry. So he got in the water and just studied the fish and watched the fish for about a week. And then he started relearning how to swim by imitating the fish. And the um, the scuba swim that you see people, the mermaid swim that you see people do in the water, was developed by Jacques Cousteau during a 3 week period when he was trying to get his crew back in the water to finish shooting his wrecks off the coast of France using stolen Nazi film. So
God bless Jacques Cousteau.
you got to remember, folks, it's possible to achieve great things. You just have to be willing to take from the fascists. um,
It's funny you mention him because literally the other day I just saw a friend who is this Japanese woman, and she has this way of speaking that she was saying something, and I said that was you sound like Jacques Cousteau. Like you sound just like him when you speak, mommy. I mean, she sounds like a Japanese Jacques Cousteau. Her videos and everything, just like this is the butterfly. Like she had a video about a butterfly, and it was like you sound like Jacques Cousteau.
This has been Buster the Destroyer impersonating Japanese Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah, she's amazing. She makes miso and teaches people how to do it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So she's a streamer, kind
Yeah.
of like a food streamer. That's really cool.
Kind of, yeah. But she can teach me how to do it.
That's really neat. That's really good.
She gave me.
So, Jump Rangers. What is Jump Rangers? It's a tabletop role-playing game in a storytelling universe about kid space commandos fighting for a place amongst the stars for humanity. And it all started about 300 years in the past when giant motherships of the Saurian horde darkened our skies. Giant telepathic Tyrannosaurus Rexes and their army of undersaurs swept us off our planet. The only way people could survive was by sneaking aboard these alien motherships and colonizing the dark little corners and spreading out into the galaxy like bedbugs, if you will. And now, while the grown-ups are living this very sort of post-apocalyptic existence, struggling to survive, there's a bunch of kids who have gotten together and started looking for ways to thrive, looking for new planets to colonize, looking for ways to get refugees from one colony to another, finding ways to retake Earth or stopping alien extermination efforts or stealing alien technology, whatever they can do to carve out a bigger place for us out there amongst the stars. We call these heroes Jump Rangers. Today we have two people playing these heroes, Buster the Destroyer and Liz Ransdell. Buster, do you want to tell everybody what's going on with your life?
Yeah. I am Buster the Destroyer. You can find me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Buster the Destroyer. You can find me on Linktree and all those other things for my stuff and my things. So, yeah, I've just been living the life. I didn't really stream much last week. I kind of had an off week a little bit. I was like kind of falling asleep all the time at night.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
I know. And but like a 6,
Have you
which
been?
is like,
Are you feeling better? Are you feeling? Was it a
oh
feeling
yeah.
thing? It was just that's just what was
I
happening.
think it was just, just like weather and stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm just one of those people, like I'm really responsive to like rain and sleeping through it.
Oh, I
But
see. I see. That makes sense.
that kind of stuff, yeah, and it being cold a little bit. But anyway, but yeah, like I just do my thing. I'll probably like stream in a little while after this show to do something. Whether it's talk about how I don't have as much fun playing Star Citizen anymore
Oh,
while making people's faces. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
okay.
But yeah, I just stuff. I mean, obviously, I still love Star Citizen, even if I'm you know. But anyway, that's me. I'm doing all right. I finished the Indiana Jones game.
How was
Really
it?
good.
Yeah, you
Highly
liked it?
recommend it. The
Okay.
story's super good on it. The levels are fun and awesome.
Good.
Um, and pulling fascists down into rivers because the mechanics of the game don't allow for them to swim is so satisfying. Just with a whip, you just need in the river, in the river, in the river. I don't care if you're an Italian fascist or a Nazi. Just get in the river, boys. Because that's kind of the two flavors you get in the game is Italian
Yeah, yeah.
fascists and
The
Nazis.
Nazis.
So
All right.
yeah,
Well,
so
that's
pull
a
them in the river. They can't swim.
gaming tips from Buster the Destroyer.
And life tips maybe.
Liz, what's going on? How's life?
Life is good. We are expanding the studio even more without having actually made any money yet. We're just nothing but explosive growth. Um, I go to Lich, the Long Island Horror Convention on Thursday is actually when I fly in. I'll
Okay.
be meeting with
Happy travels, by the way.
geeks. I'm very excited to fly right now.
Are you going to be around next week? Or do we need
Yeah.
to? Okay, great. Okay.
Oh, no, I do actually need to. I thought I'd mentioned that already, but no, I fly in. I actually fly home Monday, so I will be home at 4:30 on Monday.
Okay, great. So
But
no
yeah,
game next
so
week, everybody. We'll take a week off, which is fine because again, I think there may be some new players, and this will give me a second to sort out the details
which
of that.
is why I rescheduled my X-ray so that I could be here today because I couldn't do that to us.
Oh, thank you so much.
So
I would have encouraged you to get the X-ray.
it's fine. They're not falling off.
Was
We're good. But yeah, so I'm just really nervous and excited to fly across the country and meet with some fans Thursday night, and then hopefully meet with more on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Um, Going to my first goth prom.
Oh, I didn't even know
Yeah,
that was a thing, but that sounds like it should be a thing.
I didn't
So
either, but yeah,
have fun.
Saturday night's a big
Any
old party.
goth have their version of everything, so of course it's a thing. There's goth,
I
there's
can
even a goth Hello Kitty.
I
Oh, really?
cannot wait to send y'all pictures
Yes,
of
please do.
my attire for the night.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Perfect. So, when last we left our intrepid heroes, Bam Bam and Ripper, the two of
We
you,
were owning everything.
you
That's
were,
what was happening.
you were owning everything. You had charged your way out of the House Serpentis research facility on Planet Inferno, and smashed your way into the hangar bay where cargo is constantly being loaded and unloaded. Um, so so you had stolen what we had decided was called a Gila monster, which is a Saurian cargo ship. Very specifically, the largest ship that undersoars are allowed to fly. We're going to take a couple of quick moments to describe what exactly is going on with the Gila monster before we get into the big chase across the surface of Inferno that we all know is coming, because there's no way the Saurian horde is letting you escape with the stolen experimental technology that you now possess. For anybody who wasn't paying attention or wasn't here, um, Ripper and Bam Bam and their cohort Gel were masquerading collectively as a Rexor, a telepathic Tyrannosaurus Rex, using Ripper and Gel's combined psychic abilities. They'd managed to convince everyone at the base that they were this Rexor inspector from House Serpentis that had come to inspect the work. They had the experimental armor put on them, which, as it turns out, amplifies psychic abilities. And as soon as they got the armor locked on, they smashed their way out of the facility. Um, there's an old spacer slash con man by the name of Griff who had sent them on this mission and was waiting for them in the cargo bay of the House Serpentis installation when they came exploding, literally exploding through the wall. And Griff has commandeered a the cargo ship that we are now blasting off in. So, couple things about the cargo ship because we're going to need to know the specifics of how all this works. And the truth is, this is a pretty common spacecraft in the Saurian Horde. You would have seen these before, so you know what's going on with them. It does, in fact, look a bit like a Gila monster. There's a cockpit with some interior wall screens. There's accommodations for 5, and there's 4 of you, so you're fine there. Below the cockpit is the living quarters, kind of in the chin of the Gila. And then the Gila sits on 4 massive rotating VTOL pads that just eject white hot plasma in whatever direction they happen to be pointing at any given time. So they're very good at hovering flight, but there's a lot of smoke and steam underneath the ship whenever they do that, especially when they're close to the ground. They are equipped with star drives, jump drives, so they can haul cargo long distances. That in and of itself might make the Gila monster worth stealing, but you will have to contend with Griff if you decide to do that. I know you have an agenda, but I'm just letting you know that jump drives are exceedingly rare and hard to put your hands on for humans.
And we're so cool.
You have put yourself in a very good position, except for the fact that you're about to be hunted. So, aft of the cockpit and living quarters, you have this massive, in between kind of the hover pads, you have this massive cargo bay with a walkway along the roof that underswords will kind of scuttle across. And what happens is that there's grav pads along the roof. So the Gila will hover over the cargo that it's supposed to pick up, and then the cargo will just slam upwards into the cargo bay and land on the ceiling. So people kind of like pile it in piles, hoping to keep it, bundle it together, and then basically it'll just chuck itself upwards when the Gila monster picks it all up, and then um, and that space is enormous. And once it's full, kind of along the same lines as every computer animated like transformation sequence you've ever seen, there's a shell that fills out the belly of the Gila monster, and it puts an armored hull around the cargo, so kind of Iron Man style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it clasps it to look like it's part of the ship all of a sudden.
Exactly. And so it's all very armored. The Saurian horde is much more concerned with cargo than it is with undersource. So so going back and forth through that cargo bay can be very dangerous.
But it's also a pretty strong ship. Like it can take a beating.
It's absolutely
Good
ready to take a beating. And then if you travel along that walkway into the back, there's the engineering section, and beyond that is the tail of the Gila, which docks 2 Dragon space fighters. Now, I say space fighters, not starfighters, because they do not travel between stars.
Okay.
Typically, the job of an undersword dragon pilot on a Gila is to basically take on any challengers that come their way to enable the Gila to escape. So if, for example, Loom motherships showed up, Dragon space fighters have two fighting modes. They have dogfighting mode and they have ramming mode.
Mm-hmm.
These pilots are not um, are not valued. so
Right.
so the idea is to drop the dragons and run and let the dragons buy you time. So if you do decide to use the dragons and steal the Gila, like be advised if there's a jump made. Now, making jumps, making star jumps without all the navigation, without all the humans have not figured out how to do this yet.
It's risky, and it could take us anywhere.
It could take you anywhere. Exactly right. So
roll the dice.
Yeah,
I'm about it.
So it would take some extraordinary. It would take something extraordinary for you to wind up where you're trying to go without any navigation experience, for sure. But it was
sounds like a fun time to me.
Yeah, well, there's that, and then there's also the question of what to do about the space rats.
Just because we don't know about navigation doesn't mean what's his face doesn't.
You would be hard pressed to think of something you would trust Griff to know at all.
That's true. That's true. And I wouldn't necessarily want to go where he wants us to go. Because that means he has got friends
he was not
that are
going
to tell us what to do.
In the first place. He was planning on smuggling the three of you out of here very discreetly.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's not. He's going to learn fast. That's not how it works. Sometimes it does. Sometimes when it's in our favor, it's good. But when we don't want to go get beat up in an arena for like 40 minutes,
yep,
we just smash and grab.
So the other thing that you are immediately aware of, Bam Bam, is that Griff does not know how to fly this thing. He crashes the Gila right through like the hangar bay doors, and you know, and he looks over his shoulder. He's like, "You better hang on to something, kids. This could get ugly." And he starts like heading for open air and just trying.
You think he regrets his choices yet?
Probably. I hope so. I really hope so. Okay, so what's he doing? He's just trying to do it, and we've just run in.
He's heading out for open air. You would be shocked and amazed if, like, after the display that was just left behind you, if there weren't dragon space fighters in the air in less than 10 seconds.
Like, yeah, so like that's the thing is like, so I'm like close. We're like knocked out of this armor, right? And we're just like run into the bridge now.
You are in the bridge and all like all.
Okay. That's what I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like I gotta like do some hero run with everybody in the armor.
Nope.
And some more.
You're sitting there like you're pulling the armor off yourself and you're watching Griff handle these controls like an embarrassment to the species.
Okay. So I literally will just like kick him in the back of his knee so that his leg bends, and he kind of does that thing where you like, oh, when somebody does that, and it like sort of makes him pull his hands up away. Okay. And then I get in front of him and I start to take over immediately.
All right.
I don't care if he's in a chair or not. I still kicked him in the back of the knee.
That's fine.
Or in the back of the head if pop.
Maya does that to my knee every day at least once.
Our dog has been learning that trick. So here's my question to you. What's your body dice?
5.
Do you want to use one of your body dice to kick with and then the rest to
do the job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
So you've got one body die. Let's make sure that this actually works. Now, he doesn't see you coming. He's not expecting you to do this for sure. So go ahead and roll to hit.
And I'm like yelling, I'm like, get out of the way. I know how to fly this.
What do you have?
With all the confidence in the world.
What do you have to physically attack Griff with? What's it? What?
Yeah, let me pull my.
Would you like a piece of the armor? Because I still got it. I'm sure there's a piece small enough.
I actually was thinking low-key that since she was in the head of us, that she probably still has the helmet, and she's like walking around with the little helmet on, like waddling.
You mean Gel?
Yeah, she's a waddling helmet. But she still can like do something with it. Like maybe she knows like that she can use. There's like a psychic. Like she can still push her psychic a little bit with just one piece.
Okay.
And she's
I
just
will-
like,
with-
it's like a little penguin. I'm sorry, it's just my mental image
it's
today.
quite all right. It's quite all right. I will take that under consideration.
I'm just saying.
The other thing I need to mention about the ship is that there are 2 turrets. One on the roof, up front.
Oh, she
and
needs to
one
do
on the
that.
out- Was
Get out there, little penguin.
all right.
Turrets are the best.
So instead of telling
Okay.
Griff I know how to fly this, you turn back over and you say, "Get up there, little penguin," and then you just wham Griff right in the knee.
Yes, that's
Like-
even better. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like how it's evolved into a better scene.
So first, let's establish your target number. You have
Yeah.
you have training and you have virtues. What training and virtues do you bring to this role? You have basic training, which will for
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
help you kick.
Combat.
Yes.
Strategy, because it was a good strategy to kick him in that spot, I believe.
Okay. All right. Strategy. That's 3.
Piloting. I mean, piloting will be in the other role.
Yes.
But my only thing is I would have like I was gonna say like the confidence there in the piloting, but no.
Okay.
Loom technology does nothing for me.
No.
Unless we're fighting Loom.
Nope.
Or in a Loom ship. So virtues. Assertive. That was a very assertive mood.
Yep.
Focused. I do want to do this now because
Yes,
I want to
yes.
do this.
Okay.
Cool. It's always cool. Kick adults.
Yes.
Relentless. I don't know what is more relentless than this.
Yeah.
Inspiring. I inspire children everywhere to kick more adults and be super cool.
You're not inspiring anyone here necessarily. Let's see if you can inspire.
I'm inspiring you to move.
Your target is 7. You have 1 die.
Righteous.
I just need to see. I need to see you not get an 8 on 1 die. That's what I need from you right now.
Righteous.
No, it's not righteous.
It's always righteous to kick adults. Intuitive.
But my children keep telling me.
No.
Intuitive. It's always my intuition to kick adults. I'm sorry.
That may be true.
I was going for cunning.
No.
But no, I'm going for it. But I don't think this applies to the role.
Oh.
It's
no,
not deceptive.
Okay. Do you have?
It's very honest.
Have you gotten any hits on cunning yet? Are you?
I still have it marked 0 out of 3.
Okay. Do you know what?
Because I think I had a roll last week. We kind of thought about it, and I was like, nah, it don't work.
Do you have anything on your character sheet that you're going for right now, Liz?
What was yours?
I do.
What was it?
Diplomacy.
Didn't you get a 1 in that already?
Did you get 1 on it? You did? Okay.
Yeah,
1.
that's right. Okay, I knew one of us got 1 and the other one got 0, and it was me
There
that got
may
0.
be an opportunity for diplomacy here. This may happen.
It may develop.
We'll see.
So,
I see it happening, and I already have ideas for how to manage Griff. So you just do what you got to do.
Yeah,
you know, I got your back.
She's
Okay.
coming back.
I got you.
So
till then.
here we go. Let me find my.
I can already see where this is going. Okay. All right. So did you roll your 1 die, Buster?
5. I got a 5. I literally
Kick
just rolled
Griff.
it.
Roll damage. So your rolling body into a target of 4. Do you have any bonuses to your damage for any reason right now?
No, I mean, I don't think I have anything I would be actively gaining bonuses from.
Griff. Okay.
So
right.
what's my die? I roll 1d8. Yeah.
No, for
Damage.
damage you roll your nut body dice. Take all your body
okay.
dice and roll all of them into a target of 4.
Oh, that's right. Okay, 4, 8, 7, 3, 2.
So 4.
So
8
4,
don't
3,
count
2.
there. 4, 3, 2. That's
Yeah.
okay. So you jump in there, wham! You pop him in the knee, and he goes, ah! You just grab him by the scruff of the neck and pull him out of the chair, and you hop behind the controls.
I'm not like rough with them. It's more of like the yank. Like,
Yeah.
I'm better at
Put
this
him on
than
the
you.
floor. You put him on
Assertive.
I think you kicked him in the knee. You kicked this. You kicked it a grown
It's
man.
okay. I'm already working on making it making it better after.
He's
Just do what
got
you got
his
to do.
joint problems. He's got no. This is you
Okay.
You just grab you kick him to shove him off balance, and then you pull him
And use
down.
the momentum. Yeah.
To pull him down on the floor, and you jump into the seat, and you can barely see over the control board of this thing. Like
I probably like stand in the seat and just use my feet to like hit like all the little buttons on the Captain Kirk panel.
Underswords tend to lie down on couches, so you more kind of like rolled him off it. But
okay,
so you've got your hands out in front of you like this. You've got your feet on pedals down below. You have 4 dice of body. Tell
okay.
me what you intend to do to this spaceship.
Okay, so like, tell me about what we're coming out of. It's like is it a hangar?
You've just crashed your
Like,
way through
is
a
it
hangar
lifting?
door.
Okay, so we've been going forward, is what I'm asking. We're thrusting
It's
forward.
it's kind of like a dome that that rolls.
So like one of
up.
these.
Yeah. So yeah, you came up through the side of the
Okay.
dome. Yep.
Okay, I got you.
All around you
So an angled rise
is thick polluted air.
Ew.
Blasted ground.
Just scarred.
The whole
And
terrain in front of you, the whole terrain is covered in Saurian industry. And Saurian architecture, as you know, is largely just big steel bubbles rising up out of the ground and like big spires, gouts of flame coming out of them, and red lights everywhere. So this whole planet has been built over. It almost looks like a tar pit that went out of control. But it's had dust and soot raining down on it for hundreds of years, if not more. So the whole thing is like, it looks like that shot of Los Angeles from Blade Runner, if it had been done by the Krull design team.
Okay. Okay, that's a good like, okay, like kind of industrialist and brutalist,
but very spherical, very like pussy.
Very organic shapes. Okay.
Yep.
So
it's everywhere.
My next question is, like, when I'm coming out of the dome top, is it pretty, like, how above surface level, like just general surface level, not necessarily sea level, but just general surface level?
There's buildings taller than you right now.
Okay, so it's like flying into like
the city. You're not
the rest of it. Okay, cool. I just want to know if it was like a low dome or kind of like one of those big.
No,
that was my thing.
This place was like out of the way and hidden, and not anybody expected to like, no one expected anything to come. Like, ships
nobody expects the jump rangers.
Yeah, this is not a place that anybody thought was going to be an issue. They chose this site for the laboratory because they expected it to be nondescript and out of the way.
Okay.
Like, they can have cargo come and go, and everybody's going to be like, "Oh, ships are landing, whatever." Like, I guess.
Okay.
Like, it is the equivalent of like a dock warehouse. It's down.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. So that was like, I just want to know how far up or high I was, like how much I could use for cover as needed.
You are kind of currently surrounded by cover. Griff was piloting the ship like on an upward trajectory to get clear of everything because he doesn't have any.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna like look for causeways and like, well, not causeways of that they're using, but like things that like obviously like little areas where, because okay, what do I know about them as pilots? Like, I mean, obviously the dragons are pretty maneuverable.
They can't. They first of all, there's a couple of important things to know about dragon pilots. Number one, they are not afraid to ram you. Like,
right.
Dragons armor up, and
yeah,
an undersword pilot has a decent chance of surviving a crash.
Yeah.
They do not have a decent chance of surviving fish.
They're pretty wild. Like, they're doing it at any cost kind of guys.
100%.
So
that's what they're trained for. So,
and that's fine. But like, so
that's
like, how maneuverable am I? Like, is this a pretty maneuverable ship? Because it's, again, it's cargo.
This is a good opportunity. We haven't ever had like vehicle combat before. So let me bring.
We kind of did on that bug, but that was a bug.
Right. So.
And that was pretty cool. That was awesome.
So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about what happens with vehicles. Okay, because this isn't something we've had the chance to explore before. You just saw what happened with Buster when we went through virtues and training, right? So vehicles have capabilities, which are just virtues and training. They're more words that describe the vehicle that we can add to the target number on your roll, right? So you can, if you can use those things to your advantage, then
Yeah.
fantastic. You see what I'm saying? But if you can't use them to your advantage, then they're not much good to you. This vehicle has two capabilities: heavy and touchy.
Touchy is in.
Whatever you think it means, you let me know if you think this vehicle being touchy is going to be useful to you. Touchy like landing a mole in Star Citizen.
Yeah, just very like.
It's
Okay.
It's a little temperamental.
Temperamental.
Yeah, it's a little temperamental. Yep.
I think she's a temperamental kid, so I think it's pretty. It's gonna do her right.
It's heavy and it's
So
touchy. Instead of rolling your body, if something happens, we're going to roll the structure of the vehicle, and depending on what happens with the structure of the vehicle, you may or may not take damage.
right,
Okay? This
that makes
vehicle
sense.
has 22 dice in structure, which is a very strong amount of structure. It takes a lot to hurt this ship.
Okay.
And it comes with weapons. So you have the two heavy disruptor cannons that we mentioned before. Disruptor cannons, for anybody who's not aware, set fire and explode everything they touch. So when they shoot, if there's particles in the way, like air or even space, there's like a tongue of flame as all of that explodes until it hits what it hits. And anything caught in the area of effect of these twin heavy disruptor cannons is going to take 11 dice of damage. Anything that gets hit directly is going to take twice that. You're going to roll the damage and then double the victories.
Fun.
So, and then you have two Dragon Space Fighters stowed in the back of this thing if you decide to use them.
Two Dragon Space Fighters?
Yep.
They have to be manned. Like, they're not drones. Okay.
That's correct. They're not drones. And
that's going to be for another episode.
Absolutely. If you could get away with this thing, then yes.
Okay.
So, what's that, my love? Yes, I need to get up for 3 minutes. I will be right back. Thank you for your patience. I got to let my wife out. I'll be right back.
Okay, while he's gone, let's talk about what we're going to do.
Well, I don't know that I want to be hunted.
No.
Not particularly. But how do we get as much as we can out of it?
Bang out of the
making
butt.
Griff feel like he got something out of it. And I feel like making him hunted is our best chance. But that leaves me to ask, these are not long-range fighters, but
yeah,
can we get away with the fighters and the armor? And let him
think we can.
Like once we're out of this, I'd like to know where we were going to be, because if it's
first of all, I think we should get out with the whole ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh,
straight
absolutely.
Up. I think the best tactic right now is because the undersores, like the way that they kind of bully each other, whereas like the what was it, the robot guys, the loom are more of like a hive mind. These guys like bully each other. So what I think is you need to bully them.
Yeah.
Hard, like harder than like combined force.
You need to James Kirk this shit, turn around and run straight at somebody.
That's like we need to truly show them our mettle. We have to be smart in the beginning. Like we have to, if there are going to be a bunch of dragon fighters after us, we have to find ways to y'all to use the turrets. Obviously, you're gonna have to go up to the turrets too. You have to do that, and use those as much as possible. But the flight patterns, I think, need to be very assertive, very very much we're not scared of you, and also like somehow broadcasting a signal where we're just constantly insulting them, because that's how that's what they respect. And if we are meaner than they are, which children are cruel.
Oh yeah.
And they don't know the cruelty of human children.
Cathetic 69 says, "Love listening to you plan." Thank you, Cathetic. Does anyone know, is Cathetic 69 a friend of anyone in particular? Is anybody or
I'm not sure, but welcome, Cathetic.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying Jump Ragers. Okay. So
yeah, so this is Go ahead.
You're both going to get this one free action. You're going to get one. So this Buster's divided their actions. So we will talk through Buster's plan for maneuvering this ship. Those dragons are not in the air yet. And then
They will be.
Liz, you're going to get a free action this round too, and then we'll roll initiative to see what happens next. Okay. Evan is off to Slam Dance this evening, which is happening
Slam Dance.
usually in Park City, but not this year. This year,
Every time you say Slam Dance, I think it's a Star Citizen thing.
Oh.
And now you're like, oh, Slam Dance.
Slam Dance followed me to California. That's what happened.
That is what happened. Absolutely. But yeah, I pick up what you're putting. Oh, I came here from Liz's link on Blue Sky. Know nothing about Jump
Nice.
Rangers. Welcome to Jump Rangers. Thank you very much for watching. We're glad to have you. So, Buster, what exactly are you doing this round?
Well, I mean, obviously, like piloting the ship. You know, you said he was kind of trying to take it high. Yep. I want to go down because if they're in anticipation of anything coming toward us, I want to be in places where they have to weave around me a little bit. But obviously, I don't have super maneuverability, so I have to be smart about it. I have to pick the right spots. I can't like misjudge the size of the ship.
Yep.
Or its speed or whatever.
Yep.
And you said it's temperamental. So I think that'll work to my advantage because I think having some little quirks, I'm the kind of like she's adaptable. She wants to know where it's touchy, obviously. But she doesn't know that quite yet. Obviously, she'll find it and play. But
there's nothing on this ship that's as touchy as I am. Oh wait.
But and then of course, like shouting at the two of them to go to turrets, which I assume they would already be doing because they're.
Well, Jel's going to go get
they read the
room.
room.
I have the sneaky suspicion that Liz has other plans, but we're about to find out.
She may or may not. I cannot confirm nor deny that.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's the goal is just to get started on this like whole thing and kind of the intro to me in this ship role, sort of, so to speak.
Okay.
And just piloting to avoid any like. Obviously, like trying to. It's a million things at once, right? Piloting, like reading radars. Pressing buttons, so and it's all new. Even though, again, she's probably has some experience through training over the years to be familiar with enough to try. So
you've got. So this is about you getting to know. We also have Astro Eric 12 saying hi, Liz. Hi, Astro Eric. Thank you for joining us. You are getting to know the ship and getting to know the terrain is the short answer.
Yeah, and just trying to make sure I'm doing it competently from the get-go.
This is the kind of role that can give you preparation on your next role.
That's kind of that is exactly what I had in mind is just kind of the hey sweetheart, how are you?
Okay. All right. So you have 4 dice left after the one you took away from your body.
Yes.
What do you have to help you with this role in your virtues and training?
Piloting, obviously. Like first and foremost, piloting because it's the most relevant skill I think in this situation.
Yep, combat.
Of course, basic strategy. I think it's a little strategic to try to know something before you like.
Okay, I will give that to
you. Yep.
So that's 4.
Virtues, assertive. I mean, sure. Focused.
Focused is good.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, it's always cool.
It is. This is cool. You're doing
to do this kind of thing.
You just kicked a grown-up in the knee and yanked him out of a pilot seat to take control.
Relentless, I debate on in this moment just because, I mean, she's in a relentless, but like, there is some pause to be a bit more observant.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So inspiring. Give her. That one's an iffy one often.
Yeah.
Righteous. I mean, it's always righteous to take things from adults that they don't know how to use.
I'm going to give you righteous because you are stealing from people who deserve to be stolen from.
That's the theme of today's episode.
Yep, you've stolen from House Serpentis. You've stolen from Griff.
Intuitive because it's very intuitive thing to be a pilot and to be in a situation where you have to like it's all intuitive right now.
Especially, kind of learning off the cuff.
Yeah, so it's like relying on intuition to guide me. Cunning, I don't know if this one applies to try for that yet.
I don't think it does. Well, no.
I think once the cursing at the dinosaur starts to happen, that's where cunning comes in.
Yeah.
Vicious mockery.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So you have a target of 10, which means 7 plus 3 automatic victories. So
Okay.
you're rolling 7s and under on 8-sided dice. Don't get 8s. You have 3 automatic victories. Did you get a bunch of 1s?
I got 2 of them.
Wow. Okay.
And I got a 2 and a 3.
Ouch.
Rerolling 1s. 6 and 5 for the ones that I reroll.
Fantastic. So that was 4 dice. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 victories to get to know this ship. I'm going to go ahead and say that getting to know this ship was a difficulty of 3. So you have 6 automatic victories on your next roll, whatever that happens to be.
Awesome.
You're in a very good position. You've set yourself up very nicely. You're feeling the terrain. It's all working. And even Griff can see that you made the right choice. Griff is not questioning you from his newfound vantage point on the floor.
Yeah, and I even as I'm like kind of, sort of going, okay, that one and that one and that one and that one, and I'm kind of going through like this whole I found like I kind of see him in the corner of my eye, but I don't look at him. I just like see him there. Yep. And I'm like, sorry, wasn't trying to be rude. Just needed you out of the way.
Cathetic 69 sends regards to Maya.
I'm giving him a moment. I'm giving him a moment of brevity.
Okay.
To make him feel good.
Okay.
Make him not think it was personal.
Yep. You take control of the ship. You see Gel run wearing the helmet as you suggested, just to see if they could get away with. Gel climbs into so that the bottom turret is a seat that drops down from right here in the command center.
Yeah.
The top turret is towards the aft of the ship, and you can see Griff getting to his feet and running out into the cargo bay to make his way back to the top turret.
Oh, cool.
Ripper,
nice.
What is your free action here? What a sweetie, says Cathetic.
No, super cutie over there. Both of them.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this, and I was ready to let things happen until somebody needed to make a tough decision, maybe hurt somebody's feelings. You know how I do. But I don't think I belong in a turret. I think Griff should take the other turret.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that there's going to be a certain amount of mind control that needs to happen at some point, and I cannot do both.
Okay.
I don't have body dice, so everything I really need to lean into is my spirit and my mind.
Okay.
And so right now it's a matter of checking with Bam Bam, because that's one thing we didn't check on, is if there's anything
like a communications control panel or something that you could use. Yeah.
Right. So
which I'm probably like figuring it out enough to know, like I probably just figured out where it is.
Because that's, I mean, if we're going to be hurling insults, if we're going to be trying to get inside their heads, figuratively and literally,
we want to make them cry.
Right. We want to make them feel like they can't follow us. We just need the head start. Right. And so that's what I would want to get started on is.
Maybe I like, I mean, if there's a communications panel, can I have pointed it out to her, like in the middle of, okay, right there.
Well, I think that if all that you need to do is get acquainted with communications gear on the ship, I think that's probably something you can do right now on your own. So grab your mind dice, and this can be preparation for later as well. How many mind dice do you have?
That's a really good question. I already forgot.
All of them. I think you have 5.
5.
6. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So what virtues and training do you have to lend yourself to this particular situation?
All right. So of course, basic and far-seeing.
Yes, actually.
One of these days I really need to work on larceny, but that's not right now.
Okay.
Smart.
You're in the right company for larceny.
Right. I know, it's why I picked it. And then traversal.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry, this
Curious.
isn't larceny. This is grand larceny.
Curious absolutely helps you here. This is absolutely.
Quick-witted.
Yes.
Clever.
Yes.
Authority.
No.
Oh, fine, I'll use it for the next time because it will be once I'm getting in people's heads. Survival? I'm not feeling survival.
No.
Brave.
Yes. Okay.
We're just being brave. I just happen to have it on my
No,
list.
it keeps you calm. It keeps you focused. It's a good thing. Yes. This is why virtues in training are important. It absolutely helps you here. Yes.
And did I say improv? Because I don't know that necessarily
you did not,
this counts.
but I will give you improv.
But I feel like we are stealing
So you have a target of 7 and 2 automatic victories. These characters, by the way, just so everybody's clear, are now the product of some pretty hefty character development. There's been a lot of time put into developing the virtues of these characters in particular. So these are not beginning characters anymore, just so everybody's clear on that. This is not something to try as a rookie jumper.
These are some Rangers.
Yep.
All right.
R-A-Y-N-G-E-R.
Rangers.
How many victories did I
Jolly
need?
Rangers.
You get 2 automatic victories. You have a target of 7. I'm gonna say, it's a 2 victory roll, easy. This is not complicated.
Okay, I got a 2, 7, 3, 4, and 8.
No problem.
So I got 2, 7, and 3 basically.
You have 3. You have 3 automatic victories on your next roll because of your success here. You're all settled in. Cool. You get into the co-pilot seat. You manage to find the communications. You switch it on, and
we're starting to hear some panic sounding dinosaurs.
And so now we're going to talk about initiative to see who goes first here. Initiative is either your mind or your spirit into a target of 4 dice. That's what you have. So let's take a quick look here at the Understore pilots. Yeah, 4 dice. Okay. 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 The understores are going on a target of 3 across the board. So on a number 3. So did anybody get more than 3 victories on their initiative roll? How many did you get, Buster?
I've got a 2, a 3, and a 1. So.
Did you re-roll the 1?
Not yeah. I'm doing it now. 3 on the 1 re-roll.
You get to go first. Are you doing anything other than trying not to get hit by Undersore pilots?
Do I have any kind of control of any weapon system myself?
Nope.
Okay, I figured. Yeah, so I'm just focused on not getting hit, evasive maneuvers, and also like what I got to do to get us out of here at some point, like truly out of here in a way that, like, that's the end goal, right? Is to like jackknife it and get out of here.
Yep.
But I got to figure out, like, I got to get us to the point where that can happen, because I don't know if that can happen from atmosphere.
Yep.
In this ship. It can.
Oh, are you asking if you can make a jump in atmosphere?
Yeah, from atmosphere. Is it like Star Citizen rules? You have to get out of atmosphere.
Here's what I'm going to say. You've never seen a mothership jump in atmosphere.
Okay, that's fine.
And number 2, you've never seen any ship jump that wasn't a mothership. So you have the power to decide what you're going to try to do and whether it's worth the risk. Like, that's all the information you have. Now,
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I was wanting. It's like,
Yep.
what information do I have about that
Yep.
idea?
You've never attempted to jump. You've never flown a ship capable of jumping anything.
I've never jumped before. You've just motivated me to make this the first time. The risk is always worth it.
You have no idea.
Obviously, like it's like the end goal thought. Like it's like if we have to, that's what we got to do.
I mean, look.
But does it have to be right now?
That's up to there's a part of my brain that says, why not? And then there's a part of my brain that says, well, I can think of reasons why that might be bad, but I don't know for sure. I'll be honest with you, I haven't decided. So
maybe I'll 50-50 it. I'll get just almost out of atmosphere.
Or you could just
I'll think about it for a round, or at least. But yeah, no.
The ship straight up and see what happens. Like, you absolutely can. Like,
I want to. At the moment, I want to play out for a second. Like, out of character, I want to just do something. I want to see Liz insult all of them for him a little bit.
Okay.
With my help, please tap into me too. I'm ready.
So you have 5 dice. You have 5 dice of body. Your job right now, are you trying to position yourself for a jump, or are you just trying not to get hit?
Kind of both. Like, obviously we just started here, so there is a little I think there's an element of like, I'm trying not to get hit, I'm trying not to run into anything. Great. Trying to just be a good pilot. I already did like my intro start here, but the thing is right now it's like I would think it's more about my surroundings and like trying to read layouts of where I am and how to get where.
Okay. So go
like
ahead.
Understanding any maps and using them to my advantage in this moment in piloting.
Okay.
Like to somewhere, whether it's to the left, to the right, to the front, to the back. Like,
you're trying to give yourself options, is what you're saying, and trying not to die in the process.
I'm not trying to stack a bunch of like advantage. Right now.
I encourage.
But I think it's important in this moment. I think like I should, if I'm allowed to keep stacking, I should.
Buster, I encourage that kind of behavior in this game, especially because it makes Jump Rangers accessible to solo players.
Yeah, and I'm trying to play to her, like, her actual flight intelligence, because I feel like there's, like, Bam Bam, who goes around and uses a bat when it's advantageous, which she hasn't done yet and after the season break with her new fancy bat. But, which I'm ready for. It just hasn't been appropriate yet.
Yeah.
But I think as a pilot, there's a little bit more of like the attitude's all there, but it's all directed, and it suddenly makes sense who Bam Bam is because this is what she was made to do.
Okay.
And so it's like, all this energy that she puts forward makes sense when she's behind, you know.
Absolutely.
Because it's a very decisive thing to pilot, so she's just trying to make good decisions.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll.
Absolutely. So yeah, roll your 5 dice. Did we
I'm doing pretty good.
I guess you have the same. I guess you have 3 automatic victories and a target of 7 is what you have.
Yeah.
Yep.
And assertive. I don't think this is very assertive, actually. I think this is pretty. I don't know. Piloting's assertive.
I'll give you the same roll we took last time.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
It's target of 7, 3 automatic victories.
And then I got 1, 4, 5, 4, 5. So I'll re-roll the 1. 2 at 2.
Okay, so that's 6. So you have 9 victories total.
Uh-huh.
We need to find out exactly how hard it is for you not to get hit. So give me a second with these underscores here.
Here they come.
Yep. Okay, and this is all right. So, so you have 5 automatic victories on the next roll. Whatever that happens to be. The underswors are coming at you. There's 4 underswors in the air right now. All 4 of them come screaming at you. And you fishtail this lumbering spaceship basically around this giant spire of like a claw kind of like a segmented claw kind of reaching up for the sky with gouts of flame coming out of it and like pustules growing off it. You fishtail this ship sliding around it, and you can see on your scopes, you can see all four of the dragons kind of like put forward their battering rams. The pilots drop down, the guns withdraw. Three of those pilots stay on your tail, and the fourth one smashes right through the spire. Like,
Yes! Yes! I was hoping for that. Oh, golly, it feels so good.
And just kind of like starts careening towards the planet side as this whole structure starts crumbling down behind you.
Yeah, she's like pulling some lever and like doing. She's just like she sees it on the sensor. She's like, yeah, let's go.
Ripper,
Excuse you.
Ripper, what is your thinking here? You've got 3 underscore pilots on your tail. You have Gel just now dropping down into the gunnery seat. Gel's going to go last this round. I am going to warn you that hitting an armored up dragon is hilariously ineffective. And less so, of course, with a disruptor, but still, this isn't. Do you have any thoughts?
We're going to replay the bug. There's no hive mind this time. I will not get sucked into the queen. I just need one.
Okay.
All I need is one to turn around and play chicken with the other until he hits it.
Okay.
And then that means that there's only one left to deal with.
Okay. All right.
For now.
Yep. Okay.
Look, I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to get us that head start.
Okay.
And the only thing I can think of right now is mind control's been working really, really well for me so far.
Yeah.
Gel's a little busy, but I can handle one.
Yes. Okay.
I can handle the closest one.
Yep.
One at a time. Yeah.
And just send him careening right into another one.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like
No thoughts,
you're pulling him into the river.
Exactly, right? It worked when we did it with the bugs. We're going to do it again. It's a good move. It works so well.
Okay. All right. So, what is your spirit dice? Is it 6?
6.
All right. Walk me through what you have in virtues and training to help you with this roll.
Okay. Again, basic, far-seeing, smart, untamed, psychic, traversal, improv.
Yes.
Mindful, heartless.
Yes.
And authority.
And
tenacious? Nah.
No.
I'm not planning on needing it that long.
That's
quick-witted and survival.
Not survival. This is more like a So, so you have a target of 7.
Oh,
yeah.
And yes, I am. And yes, I would like to say that this counts as a roll for diplomacy, even if it's like aggressive.
It's anti-diplomacy, and in order to understand diplomacy, you have to understand anti-diplomacy.
You need to know when to use it and when not to.
Okay, I'll give it to you. This is 13. This is 13. A target of 13, which means you have a target of 7 and 6 automatic victories on this roll.
Let's go. You can do it.
All right. So, so go ahead and roll your 6 dice and tell me how many victories.
6. That's right.
Into a target of 7.
You good? She's good.
Maya?
All right. Vosh, actually. Okay. She actually came up with this one. Let's see. 3, 2, 5, 7, 7, 8.
Okay. All right. So you have 4 victories on top of your 13. That's 17 victories. And I'm not. This Undersaurus is not capable of resisting that. So,
Man, I keep rolling the 8s today, but I guess it doesn't hurt.
All right. So it doesn't always hurt. It doesn't always hurt. It depends. It depends on the roll, and it depends on the proportions, that you're getting. It helps that you guys are consistently playing to your strengths. It wasn't always this way. We had some rough spots here. But you've also built out your characters to play to your strengths very well. So you've been staying in your wheelhouse.
Learning curves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very gameable
Just wait.
game.
I get one
And we
more.
play to each
I
other's
get one more
strengths, I
body
think,
dice.
really well.
So, okay. Let me pull up the Dragon Space Fighter here. Liz, I'm going to have you roll for your undersword. Okay? Your undersword has 4 dice of body. Let's see here. Combat, Dragon Space Fighter, piloting, Saurian training. That's 4. Dangerously fast, supercharged engine, and
Not
ramming
8,
mode.
4.
So target of 7. 4 dice. Let's see here. Battering ram. When in ramming mode, dragons are built for head-on collisions. When ramming anything in a Dragon Space Fighter, double the victories on your structure roll as damage. Okay. So here we go. Go ahead and roll to hit. Roll your 4 dice into a target of 7. This undersword is also going to roll 4 dice into a target of 7. This undersword has 4 victories. How'd you did?
4 victories. 2, 3, 7, 3. Those are better rolls than I got for myself.
All right. Tie goes to the defender. The undersword just swerve. So you step into this pilot's mind so completely that you can taste the like cooked vegetables and like stale like predator organs that this undersword ate like for lunch. This undersword's name is Rask, and they've got a family. This is an undersword with all kinds of like backstory. This person has been on this planet. Their family is back on Soros. They've been stationed on this planet for about 13 months. And they know everybody else in their squadron. And you immediately target the undersword closest, and you just yank the sticks. And the other undersword, despite their surprise, manages to flip their dragon starfighter. And there's this brief moment where the 2 starfighters start to swirl, like a helix up into the sky before they break off. Now they are occupied for a moment, and you're going to be able to continue the chase on this undersword in the next round. This was a first engagement. You have total control over this undersword, and I'll let you leverage some of your extra skills and bonuses. You see what I'm saying, on the next round, from what you just did. But you've engaged this pilot, and both underswords have peeled off from the ship. Yes.
Really quickly.
Yes.
But my roll won, so I still have 2 for diplomacy now.
Yes, that's true.
Just making sure.
Oh,
That's true. Yeah,
I just needed the win.
Yep.
I just needed to hear it.
You have the diplomacy. Gel. Okay. Gel, let's see. Gel is wearing the helmet. So Gel just this is probably not going to go great for the undersword. Unless there's well,
Gel's taking the 3rd one, right?
yes, although
Gel should just explode his head. That's what Ripper would do.
So Gel is down there in the turret, and just starts blasting away with the disruptor cannon all over the place, all over the cityscape. The undersword in the last dragon starts wheeling out of the way very adeptly as Gel just starts tracking disruptor fire across the cityscape of of um Planet Inferno. And you can see just this trail of fire and explosions like erupting from the city around you. New round. Let's have everybody roll their initiative, which is either your spirit or your mind, into a target of 4. The underswords are going on 2.
I think I'll win initiative. I had all victories across the board.
Nice.
You said your whichever mind or spirit,
Yep.
whichever's higher.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or 1, 2, 7, 8, 4.
4.
I have no idea.
2,
7.
7. So that's down 8, 4. 4, 1, 2. Okay.
I got
So
4 of them.
You have 3 and then re-roll the 1. Yep, you got an 8.
Oh,
no,
right.
the 8 doesn't count. I'm sorry, the 8 doesn't count on combat rolls. You're right. You have 4 and re-roll the 1. That's what you have.
2.
2. So Ripper got a 5. What did you get, Buster?
I got. Oh, I had a reroll on a 1. Forgot. So I got 5 victories with a 1, and I rerolled a 5 on that. So.
Okay, so you both have 5 victories. You both go at the same time.
We could do something. We can do something. We can treat it. We can treat it like a collaborative role without having to lose any die. Okay, go. I'm sorry. Please continue. My bad.
I like it.
Now, if someone's going to help and chip in on a collaborative role, that is their action for the round.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
We lose the action. One of us loses an action supporting the other's action.
Yes, exactly.
Which is why, like I said, we can treat
don't
it that way
lose
without
anything.
it being one.
And we
because
don't
we're going
lose
at the same
anything by
time.
losing,
We can coordinate rather than
just if we're doing it at the same time, let's just make it an actual real life, like we're doing it together.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. So what do we want to do? Because I'm in the middle of piloting, obviously, and you're in the middle of mind controlling.
I see what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
So what do you want to do? What was your collaborative idea here? Just because I'm curious, because there's a million things we could do right now. But I don't want to break your focus either, because I feel like.
Are you headed up? Are you ready to just go up? Are you ready to get ready to jump?
Well, that was what I was debating on in this role, was maybe because we don't know really how to navigate, as he was saying before. And so maybe this is an opportunity, while I'm simultaneously piloting and just trying to get around and be evasive. I'm just kind of also trying to understand on the side how to navigate. So maybe it's me asking you help me figure out how to navigate this.
Do you think you might want to navigate right through the two that are sort of dealing with each other right now while I control
I don't know what's
going to
happen I don't know what'll happen if we put this into jump and atmosphere.
I know.
What's that?
So we should totally do it, right?
I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah, let's figure this out. Navigate us. Let's go to Earth.
Oh my God, let's go to Earth.
Go to Earth and get her to do her pledge.
Dude,
and we'll do whatever after that. It's fine.
They took over Earth, which
yeah.
Well,
let's rub their noses in it without them knowing.
Well, the thing is, it's probably a preset.
Yeah, screw them. Let's do it.
Well, I don't know if I see what you're saying. So what you at some point have to take Gel to Earth. You know that?
Yes.
Okay. Because
what's better than going in the middle of being on a turret and then taking your pledge? That's so patriotic.
Basically, have we talked about this? Have we talked this through though?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. We know what that's why I thought about it, because it's we would know how to navigate to Earth. We would know where it's at. We've been there. So we would know where it is on a star map. We just have to understand their star map.
And it will unlock everything else. Because once you understand that, you'll be able to translate that over.
Exactly. Once I can, and then we could even find a way to lay low around Earth for a second, and for just a day or two, and then just try to translate star charts for a day or two.
Okay. All right. So is this
and
the only role?
Be the ones to figure it out.
You both have initiative. You can get this action in before they have the chance to shoot. If you
yes.
want to focus on this.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
100%. Because this would be awesome.
Who is actually doing the navigating? Liz,
Well, that's the thing.
you're in the
Who
co-pilot.
makes
And
the
that's the
most
other thing.
sense?
Don't forget, I'm inside a brain
Yeah.
right now.
Like I can't pull you off of that too much.
Well,
What are your mind dice?
I think
If we go ahead and split, I mean our actual like turns, you can continue with that. And I can start that action because I have successes from previous actions to cash in.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
So I think it's better actually in the long run if we keep separate actions because right now
Mhm.
we have enough support die of our own.
Yeah.
If that makes
But
sense, that we built
what
up.
are your mind dice?
Oh, I'm a 5. I'm a 5 on body and mind, so I'm good.
That's where I am too. Okay. Because I was gonna say if I pull out of his brain, because I'm not a navigator, not really, but I could pull it out of his brain. But
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you can pull like
and then you can
some
I can literally
foundational
pull
information
the
about it
risk.
enough to get started.
I can pull the risk out while I mean technically I can pull that out
And I
while
can
they're
just keep
still
piloting and
distracted.
understanding how to engage jump systems.
so. This
And then
is
exactly, then
this.
you can do the physical actions.
Yeah.
All right.
Or I can support you in that
How,
and just like let
okay.
whatever.
Here's how this is. So, Liz, you're gonna lose your action for this. This is you supporting
Okay.
Buster's role, right? This is Buster's.
Oh, okay.
This is Buster's basically astrogation role. Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Buster.
Yeah, because
Okay,
that
if
makes
that's the way
sense
we
now.
have to do it.
Buster, you're gonna
Yeah.
lose 2 dice
That's
from
fine.
your roll because you're getting help from the undersoar.
And I'm still I'm still on body with these, or am I on mind now? Just because it's kind of a mind task,
But
maybe.
I
Both
think
for her,
that's
it's
what-
more mind for her than it is for me.
I will give
No.
Liz's automatic victories to Buster for this.
I was going to ask
Okay.
that. Okay, good.
So, Buster,
There's a ton of them.
there's a ton of them. You're gonna get 6 automatic victories
Okay.
on top of the 5 that you already had, which is 11 total. Okay?
11. Ooh, we're going to 11.
For starters, but
We're dialing it up to an 11.
This is gonna be.
It goes to 11, mate.
This is a very heroic action. This is something that like
People will write about in history book, yes.
okay.
Yeah, you heard that.
Okay.
I was trying to open my cheat sheet.
All right.
Thanks to my friends.
Okay. So
We're gonna make the Kessel run
that's the thought here.
in 11 parsecs, Han Solo.
That's right.
So you have 11 victories for starters. Let me just.
This is not a diplomacy roll for me, so I'm glad that you're just doing it.
Where is it? I know where it is. Give me one quick sec here. Rules of the game. We're gonna go through, Buster, all the stuff that you bring to this roll in just a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, you get my virtues too, don't you?
Yes.
We
Well,
broke the game again.
It's okay.
Yeah, we did.
That's
what the game's for. It's
Yeah.
a fun game to break.
So
Makes it more fun.
So, Buster, what do you bring to this role? Improvising for sure, piloting for sure. That's 2. Basic training. That's 3.
I don't have improvisation. That's her that has
Oh,
improvisation.
okay. So piloting.
Even though I wish I had it because it's such a good one.
you can pick it up when you.
I know.
when
I
you
will
get
at some
training.
point. I think she does enough to honestly to be kind of like she would be a natural improviser. Okay, assertive.
Yep.
Focused. Yeah, this is taking a lot of focus.
Yes.
Cool. I think this is a cool under pressure moment more than a hey I'm cool moment.
I'll give that to you.
Relentless.
This is
Sure.
This is you are John,
Yeah.
like,
This is
Do you
relentlessly
remember when you were?
pursuing. Yeah.
Do you remember when you were given that one and you were and
That was the one of the
Kenny
ones where I
laughed because he was
failed.
like,
I
"You're never going to
failed.
get to use this," but you've used it literally every roll since then.
It was like
Anyway.
a fail. It was one of those failure things where I got it for, I got it for like a reward for role playing, but it was the opposite of what I wanted to do. And then it's like, no, this is actually her.
What's
I think I
Anyway.
leaned into it too, since it's a virtue. It's like direction as an actor. Like, oh, this is where they're going. You know.
Yeah.
Inspiring. I mean, this could
No,
inspire future generations.
This is inspiring. This is actually inspiring.
Righteous. This is totally righteous.
This is a righteous fucking move.
Okay.
Oh, that was my one.
Intuitive.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna take a lot of
Yep.
intuition, but
Yep.
but yeah.
Yep.
And then I don't know if this is a roll for cunning. Cunning is debatable in what it
No,
completely
this is.
means.
I'm going to give this to you if it
But
works.
I don't think.
I'm going to give this to you if it works. This is extremely
Okay.
cunning. Like the math that you have to do.
Because cunning can be kind of deceptive, but it can also, I feel like, can be very, very clever. It's almost like another anagram for clever or whatever the word
Yep.
is. Not anagram, but
All
you know
right.
what I mean.
So that's
And then
9.
that's that. And then training strategy,
So you
combat
had
piloting.
training strategy.
Combat, not
This is
really.
not
We're not really
strategy.
combating.
Nope.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, not combat.
so you have 2 automatic victories on the roll. You have 11 automatic victories to start with. So you are up to 13 automatic victories. Liz, what do you bring to this roll?
Basic training and farseeing.
Yep. Farseeing's going to help.
Here we go.
Yep.
Smart, untamed,
Yep.
psychic, traversal,
Yes.
improv,
Yes.
brave, clever, mindful, heartless, quick-witted,
Mindful,
because this was a good idea on the fly.
quick-witted. Okay.
Authority, because that is only, this is how I bring all this together. Is maintaining authority over this guy long enough to
Oh, I see. Yep. Okay. No.
steal
I'll
out of
give
his
you-
brain.
I'll give you authority. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did say heartless, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ripping
is-
the information out of his brain.
Okay.
Heartlessly.
So, okay. So that's 26 automatic victories. Plus,
It takes Heartless to fight Heartless, though.
and then
Mhm.
combat is okay. So alert, fearless, smart, piloting, and Saurian training. So you really would need to screw this up
Yeah.
for it not to work at this point.
I'd have to roll like all 8s.
Yep. What's your mind? What's your mind?
My mind is 5.
Roll your 5 dice and tell me what you get.
Well, am I not missing 2 dice though?
You are. Yeah, you're right. Roll 3 dice and tell me what you get.
I know I could have just sort of let you forget that, but I.
No, that was.
I'm gonna be honest.
No, that was really good. Likely ban evader restricted. Oh.
Oh, it's probably the bot.
Let me deal with this real quick here while you deal with
Yeah.
that.
You should
Let's
mod
check.
me so that if I run into that, I can just deal with it real quick for you too.
Oh, super. Thank you. I will do so.
Yeah, just make me a mod so that when I'm around, I can. Because I always keep it open while we're playing.
Why? Oh, there it goes. There it is. Great. Super.
Yay!
All right. How do I do that, Buster?
I'll show you later. We don't have
Okay.
to worry about it right
Okay.
now.
Okay. Great. Thank you. All right.
But okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
For what I rolled?
Yeah. Don't.
133, baby.
Okay.
Let me
You and your
reroll one.
ones.
Dude,
Really
and
glad
they've
you're
only
on
been
my
peppered
team.
in, like, I've only gotten like one peppered in here and there, which is kind of nice. Like, as much as I'd love to have an all one roll one of these days,
Okay.
right? But and the 2 on the reroll.
So you're banking
Three
this ship. You're
5
banking this
victories.
ship around the spire as it crumbles around you, and you're rolling.
Oh, the whole
it.
spire's coming down. That's
Oh, yeah.
super freaking awesome.
You're rolling it to your right in order to like swerve around another building as you fire the sort of pads of this thing, into your direction of movement to try and slow it, and you're starting to twist it up as your brain starts to melt. And
Awesome.
through Liz's mind, through Ripper's mind, which is something that you've sort of come to expect and understand a little bit now. So you've got your hands on the controls. You're starting to see stars, and you're starting to get this expansive feel of the universe. This piercing cold. Yeah, like you're having anime eyes. This whole thing is way screwed up. And that's when you tap into the brain of this undersoar, who is taking the information out of Liz's brain. Liz is basically just using this undersoar as a computer.
Yeah.
And feeding it an understanding of where it needs to go. And
Okay.
the undersoar starts controlling your hands.
Oh, that worked out better than I planned.
And
Okay, so
switches, like until eventually you just
Like
reach up and hit this big like undersword shaped and sized button right
red
in the
button, the
center.
big red button.
You hit it's not a red button, but yeah, you press this
Yeah.
massive, and then grab a ratchet and lock it down, and you can feel the engines of this ship suddenly just surge to life behind you, and you have this like Dr. Frankenstein moment of, oh my god, what have I done? As this thing starts surging into jump space from next to this planet.
Oh
And
man, I'm gonna mess up so much
there's
stuff of theirs. Oh man,
there's this
I
brief
bet I'm gonna
moment.
blow
Yeah.
out so many dinosaur eardrums. However those look.
You can feel. I
Yeah,
mean,
we melted this planet
you've done
in
enough.
this spot.
You've done enough piloting where you can feel the ship asking, "Why?" Like,
That's exactly her response.
like,
But it's more like.
and it almost feels like
Oh my
every
god.
particle around you is a concrete
Is
wall for just a second, and you have to thread the needle between the particles.
it's like you know like the Sistine Chapel or whatever it is when like
Yeah.
God and Adam are touching fingers. I'm
And-
like me and this dinosaur are like, and he's just really confused.
I want
He's
that
really
print now.
confused.
Yep. And in that moment, all around you, you start to feel yourself just ripping a hole in space.
And
And
time.
poof, like, and you punch right through, like, you sort of have to, like, find the space in the way, like, in between the particles. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're
I'm like
piloting through.
ting, ting,
There's
ting.
and you just poof, and all of a sudden the whole thing just rips into like
Ugh.
a
Ugh.
wormhole, and you are
Ugh.
suddenly
Beautiful.
leaving this planet far, far, far behind you.
And I
And
probably blew it up.
and about well, it's hard to say. It's unlikely that the planet
Totally
itself
did.
exploded. I
They named
imagine
itself Inferno for a reason. It was ready for its fate today.
and it's
It was
about you're just sitting there. The two of you are just sitting there laughing and cackling.
and Griff's off in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
corner like, what is wrong?
Yeah, Griff literally stumbles into the cockpit. Just, what did you do? And that's where we're gonna go.
Everything, everything, Griff, everything. There.
Yep, that's what
See?
happened.
I told you I was thinking about some future diplomacy with Griff. We just have to. Now we've got him right where we
Now
want
he's
him.
gonna-
actually.
now, yeah, we just had to introduce him to terror.
What's that?
Cosmic terror. Specifically, we are becoming cosmic terrors.
What's
We
that?
really are.
We are.
We are. Like by the end of like there's gonna be like this
Oh
like
my
post campaign thing where we're like these old ladies just hanging out talking about the good old days, and then like at the end of it like we just walk into some like like we're like, all right, see you later, and we just walk into portals that just exist at our will. That's how much of a cosmic horror we are becoming.
You have
we bend
stolen
it
a
all.
jump ship. You have stolen a jump ship, and you've plotted a course for Earth. Congratulations. You're gonna make.
Yeah.
You're gonna make a. You're gonna make a. You're gonna make a ranger of
We're gonna make an honest ranger out of gel.
out of gel.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to take the keys to this buggy with us when we walk out, or Griff will leave us.
I'm
Gr-
gonna tell you what my plan was for introducing if they decide to play. So I have potentially two new players by the name of Void and Tyler.
Uh-huh.
So something that I
We can
haven't
pick him up on Earth.
I haven't discussed this with either of you, but there are kids. There's a whole source book on kids who sneak off of their homeworlds or out of their colonies without meeting any jump rangers.
Okay.
Like there's runaways. There's kids who
Right.
want to be jump rangers.
But they don't know where to start.
And they don't know where to start. So
they don't know how to find them. Yeah.
And not all of them are like the jump rangers are pretty responsible in terms of how they were.
Some of them turn into grifts.
We are not.
That's absolutely true. Like, well, no, you're caring, you're ethical. You're not going to let gel grow up the wrong way. You're not going to like. There's certain things you do. Like, but a lot of these jump rangers a lot of these runaways either wind up captured and sent to Saurian fighting pits, or they wind up like surviving in loom habitats, or they wind up stuck on some world somewhere. There's all kinds of things that can happen, and there is an organization out there called the Punk Rangers.
Oh. Are we about to find a colony of like 20 kids and be yes, come on?
Well, I was figuring
Couldn't be the first time.
There's a certain type of kid that's going to wind up tied up with the space rats, right? And I was figuring like there's probably something going on between the Punk Rangers and the space rats. And so we were going to write up some Punk Rangers for you. But we're not on Planet Inferno anymore, so we may just end up with two rookie jump rangers out of Mars or something, because there is a colony on Mars. There's a colony on Mars watching over Earth called Hawk's Nest, keeping an eye on things and running regular missions, stalking safe houses. Earth has one really huge Saurian spaceport, and it's called Alien City for the obvious reasons. It is built over former Tokyo, which has come up to occupy the entire island of Japan.
Oh, what?
So
why do they have to insult those people by probably hanging out in the ocean a bunch?
They absolutely have destroyed the oceans. They've destroyed the Earth is disgusting. Earth is a mess. You can't breathe the air there anymore.
Got to go clean it up today.
Well, there's that's certainly a worthy goal if you want to take it on.
Man, that would be cool though to go back and then all right, do your pledge while we go destroy their base as a political threat.
Yeah.
This is becoming game of all the dinosaur bones.
My goodness.
We already have the best armor prototype.
Oh, I don't know if carnivores make very good eating.
Or maybe I'll do that anyway. Maybe
I've been told they really don't.
Maybe I'll throw some Punk Rangers into Alien City or into because there's ruins all around Alien City. There's this big Saurian spaceport, and then there's the ruins of what's left of Tokyo all around it. And then blasted. There's a lot going on Earth. Earth is a cool place in terms of setting. But it's in need of help for sure. That's what the book is about. The book is called A Game Called Conquest. And you like that title?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's about to be a game called
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam and Ripper killed all the dinosaurs. We're the second asteroid. Ooh, that's what we're gonna name this ship, the second asteroid. Extinction event.
That would be a good name.
Goodness.
That would be a good name.
Well, that was a much more reckless escape than I was expecting. I figured
it was fun. I really thought we would get into some real combat for a second, but I don't know. I'm glad I asked a question about Jump Drive.
We had way too many extra victories to waste our time fighting.
Yeah, to be honest, that was going to be a whole planet fight if we were. I really hope I blew up a good really portion of that place up.
You definitely took out the surrounding city. It definitely there was a huge shockwave. That was definitely an Akira.
We messed shit up.
That was a big Akira explosion.
That would have been her last thought to the dinosaur before the connection was ripped away. It would have been my name's Bam Bam, hers is Ripper. Remember our names.
That underscore pilot is not remembering anything.
Yeah,
that
no,
underscore
I know.
pilot is,
He's done. He's
Yep.
gone. He's toast.
he's been condemned.
His wife and kids will get a guy showing up at their door shortly.
Yeah, I appreciate how you threw that guilt at me, but you know
I know,
what?
like no.
Well, I felt
That was good.
like I had to put that color in there specifically to showcase Ripper's antisocial
Heartlessness.
behavior. Yeah, exactly. Alexa
Ripper is a sociopath.
Yeah.
I was really I was really trying to set us up though for like basically like my idea with the insults was like basically was you to get on that comms panel and to like just sit there and like use your psychic powers to kind of make it stick.
Yeah.
Right? But like to sort of just the two of us literally just somehow linked while I'm piloting and we're just like talking about like you guys suck. You know, kind of like that scene in Hook when they're insulting each other at the table.
Yep.
Like you needle nose barf sniffing, like blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Just give them insults that they can't even comprehend.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, like
I have a question. I have a question for you in terms of my strategic planning for the next 2 weeks, which is this: do you foresee sort of like gaining your leverage over Griff and heading back to Planet Inferno, or do you foresee taking Griff on your trip? Which do you think? Do you think this mission is now about Earth, or is this a quick detour to get Gel, Reddit, and then? I
think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a short trek.
I think my choice has been at this point to just win Griff over till he wants to stay with us.
Yeah, like I kind of at
like
the point
our pet
where
grown
like
up.
So
he has to be terrified of us now.
Are you still planning on going back and dealing with the space rats?
Oh, at some point, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
For sure. But he has to. We're in control. He can't complain right now.
I think that's clear to Griff. I think you've made that.
Like point. I know I was kind of joking when I said it, but I was serious too. Like he has to be absolutely terrified of us now.
Well,
like completely terrified of us.
Yep, it's going to be a minute or two before he's staring at Earth through the viewport. Like there's a long distance travel that needs to happen,
and he's going to witness a jump ranger's oath.
Yep.
Like that has to make him think about something, that like children are braver than him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they're better people than he is. Yep. And he sat on that other ship for years until we came along, and he can't go back. Like he just can't. Like there's no going back to his normal because he made the mistake of thinking we were going to just do whatever.
I fully expect him to
help you
turn
turn the fire rats into your own personal criminal.
They're going to work for us.
But he's going to do something dirty at some point.
I'm waiting for his big double cross that's going to backfire terribly on him.
Yeah, because at this point, I think he recognizes there's a lot of in his
maybe
head
he's rethinking it now.
Here.
Yeah,
I hope so. I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to have to make a choice, and I don't expect him to make the right one.
Yeah,
but
he has to live with the consequences of a bad choice too.
But yeah, then we just blow
or not live, depending on. But I think I know that this is like a thing I thought about while we were kind of like, she kicks him and gets him around. He kind of lets her go because he's like, well, fine, like what you're doing. But like I thought about the fact that like he what was I gonna say? He has to like like you said, he has to make a choice. Mm-hmm. But two, like like if it came down to it, like I don't think it would be in anybody's nature to betray him to an alien.
No.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, you can't let him die at the hands of like an undersword or something.
Yeah.
Because that's at the end of the day, like you're doing anything
for him as you are for anybody else.
Exactly. Like in the beginning, I was kind of like, yeah, we can like let him getting caught. Right when we were doing that stealing for him, and I thought, well, if all else goes, we'll let him be the one that gets caught, and he can deal with it. Because he's trying to be the Pied Piper here. But as I thought about it more, I'm like, no, you would never do that. Like that's something you could never do.
Yeah.
Like he is also a human being, and he could never be like betrayed to anything.
Yeah.
Outside. Like now, if he's betraying his own people, which he probably is, his own people deal with that, right? Like whether as humans, I mean, like humans is his people, not necessarily his group, but that too. Like if his group is actually like just and he's being unjust, like that's theirs to put up. Like that is their problem to deal with. Like if somebody said we're looking for this guy and we have beef with him, we'd be like, well, here he is, because I mean we don't like him very much right now, but whatever, like that's your issue. Like you're adults, go be adults.
Yeah. You're not really our problem.
Yeah. So, like, if he's given up to, he would be betrayed if he was betraying. Like he'd get double crossed. Like if he tried to double cross us, we would make sure. Nope, we knew you were double crossing us, so this is the plan. Like we took that for account.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think along the route of being on Earth, I think one of the goals is going to be like, obviously, like seeing what develops in him on this like detour, right? Mm-hmm. And also, if there's development in him, like where that goes, but also like getting more out of him.
Yeah.
Now that he's seen us do something that he could never achieve in a million years, I think there might be a certain level of openness that comes with that. I'm not saying he'll tell us his whole life story, but I think he will let some things slip. I think he's at prime time to start letting some stuff slip.
Okay.
But that's not my choice.
It would be interesting.
That's not my choice. That's my, that's obviously comes through the roles and how things go.
Yeah.
But, I'm just saying. Because,
Roger that.
Again, he has to be terrified of us. He has to be. Some level.
So with that, let me remind anybody who's watching that next week we will be taking off. We will be back in 2 weeks with the next step. It may be what I will do next week if it turns out that we have some new players. Is do a session 0 without Buster and Liz here. To figure out.
I'll probably watch though.
Well, you'd be welcome to. And
that'd be awesome.
If you want to sit in, let me know. You're more than welcome to. I won't exclude you. I just figured, you know what I mean? You'd want the time off.
No, I just watch you on Twitch and let them do their thing.
Okay.
Get comfortable.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, getting introduced to Buster and Bam Bam is a whole thing.
So, we'll see you in 2 weeks. I'm probably gonna. I skipped the Rangers Roost today. I will probably be doing it tomorrow. So if you want to tune in at noon tomorrow, I'll be around. I have to go now, 1 a.m. UK time. Thank you so much for being here, Cathetic. It was great. Great to meet you.
Bye, Kat.
Any last words, Buster or Liz?
Fascists can't swim.
There you go. Don't be a stranger, Ranger. Thanks for watching.